I have a new favorite hobby. It's actually not a new favorite hobby. I used to do it a lot, and I'm really enjoying it now.
Tell me about it.
I really enjoy watching other dudes strike out with women.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. There was more after the other dudes. I don't just like watching other dudes. I mean, hey, do it like if you're gonna. Okay, so I really.
You ever accidentally watch gay porn?
Have I ever accidentally
Like you're watching like straight porn and then you accidentally like you get too deep in the recommended video. Is this gay? And then you're like, you already have the erection.
Have you ever been watching gay porn but you didn't realize you were watching gay porn until like halfway through?
No way.
Yeah, for real. You're just all of a sudden the person turns around and is like, oh, they've had a penis the whole time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It is nuts.
That's nuts.
Hey, that's
you turn
nuts.
around, you go, that's nuts.
No, have you ever watched experienced a dude strike out with someone and it's just so funny?
I don't know. It's hard to say because a lot of these videos on TikTok of like dudes striking out with women are staged.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm talking about a live show, baby.
I don't think I've ever seen a live show.
Oh, it's golden. So the first time I ever experienced it, I was at a concert and I was sitting next to this dude who was just like gaming it up. He was really gay. And it was stuff like, I used to know that guy in high school. Just talking about the band person,
cool.
singer.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, we were pretty good buddies. I could have been in the band if he really wanted me. Like he was just trying to like show off and be weird.
Yeah.
And she was like, can you go away? She said out loud, can you please go away? I was like, yes.
That's the perfect thing to say.
And he was like, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And he just walked away. And then more recently, so at work, I keep my earbuds. I keep my my AirPods in. My boss is a bit of a talker. And I don't mind talking to him. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, I really just want to listen to music and do my job.
I think I've mentioned this on the show. I also wear earbuds at my work, but the thing is they have touch control. And if I double tap them, they'll pause. So people will try to talk to me and I'll be like, I'll tap my ear. This is still a problem because we get new associates all the time. Yep. And I have to tell them, hey, I'm not being an asshole. I'm just pausing my music.
Pausing the music. See, for me though, double is skip song.
Yeah.
Single is pause.
I forget what skip song is.
So I look at them and I go,
hold it is fast forward.
I haven't even tried that. I'm probably going to give that a try. Is there a volume up or volume down? You just got to do that on your phone, I think.
Yeah, I think you got to do it on your phone. At least on my earbuds.
But so I'm wearing my AirPods and I see that my boss is talking to one of my coworkers. She's a lady.
Yeah.
And I can tell just from body language that he's very much into the conversation and she's very much not into the conversation. So I was like, what are they talking about? I take out my AirPods, and the first thing I hear is him saying, yeah, it's actually pronounced Iraq, but Americans say Iraq. And I was like, I'm going to just put those back in there. What is that? What is that? What are you trying to do with that?
Impress with knowledge.
I guess? What is the purpose of that knowledge? Oh my God, he'd be such a good father.
Who would?
Like, what is she thinking? Like, oh my God.
He'd be such a good father.
He'd be such a good father. He knows how to pronounce Iraq.
So here's the thing, and this is something that I still struggle with, but I used to struggle with it a lot more like back in high school.
Sure.
It's just the idea of like, I found something mind-numbingly interesting. I was hyper-fixated on it. It was amazing. It was so cool. I learned a fact, and I delved deep into the subject, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. I think this is so interesting. Other people must find this interesting. Seth, have you heard this new song? Yeah. Okay, cool. It's a great song. He's like, yeah, it's great. And it's like, oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it is.
So that I wouldn't fucking talk about it to him.
Yeah, that's tough.
He learned not to say no, because if that was the case, I'd be like, well, you gotta listen to it. And then it's like, oh, I want to talk about like, oh man, the fucking brass they did. I'll just talk about it for like an hour.
You can do that with me. I fuck with that heavy.
No, and of course, and I do.
That is fair, you do.
And it's a matter, though, the reason I'm much better at it is one, because there's a little bit of maturing that happened between high school and now. But two, as well, I've just found who I can talk to what about.
Exactly.
Everyone has different interests, and not always being like, did you know it's actually pronounced Iraq is not going to be the heavy hitter you think it's going to be. But I bet there's someone out there who'd be like, no fucking way.
Really? I've been saying
Pants
Iraq the whole
off.
time. Pants, take them off. Let me see what you got going on. Because I liked what you said about Iraq.
So, I think... I'm sorry, sometimes I gotta take a step back and remember what we're doing here. I can't believe this is something we do. Okay.
But yeah, so that was just I eat it up. I wish I could watch more of it.
Yeah.
And it's a big red flag. Super toxic of me.
Because, okay, but no, you're not saying that watching guys strike out with women is like the best thing in the world to watch. But like shitty guys or like...
Well, no, he's a nice guy.
Not bad intentions. Good intentions, bad, poorly executed.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
It's like watching a professional athlete fucking whiff.
Just whiff.
It's like, oh man, poor guy, but like, you know.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He probably
dude.
could. But
he probably could have.
Where'd you think you were going with that?
Yeah, I mean, you weren't even close on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Why did you even swing? You might as well have just let it hit you or something.
At least then you would have gotten some contact.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. There's an art to it, I think.
What, like
dude striking out?
No, I agree. I think there definitely is an art to it.
And there are ones that are really uncomfortable. And like proposals, dude.
Dude, proposals are so rough.
They break my fucking heart, man. When I see a guy like propose and she's like, she like laughs. Oh! God, it's why it's one of the most frightening things to do.
Did I ever ask how you proposed?
I don't think we ever talked about it.
Are we going to have a little shared... We're going to tell our proposal stories?
Yeah, let's tell our proposal stories.
What a weird little...
do. It's literally been a year.
Yeah?
Yeah, like a couple days ago was the year anniversary of me proposing to Leah.
That's nuts. I've almost been married 2.5 years.
That's nuts.
I also think that's nuts. I feel like I met Mimi...
3 years ago.
Like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
It does not feel like long.
It's wild. Anywho, yeah, we'll tell our stories. So, me and Leah got together in high school, and then about a year into her college, we broke up because I was being a douchebag. I was being a big old douchebag because I was 19 and stupid.
Yeah.
Like most 19-year-olds are.
Yes.
And so I was being a douchebag, so she broke up with me, and that's all well and good. Totally fine. Very fair at the time. And I was like, yo, I need to work on myself. So I did. And then we got back together like 3 months later, and we got back together at a park. This was a park that we went to frequently. We used to walk around the park all the time, and it's a really nice park. And so we got back together in the parking lot of that park. And so then...
I proposed in an Olive Garden. I hate to say it, but you kind of see where it's going a certain point.
You do.
So but I do want you to tell it.
Well, so I took her to the park, that park specifically, and we walked around. The crazy part, she didn't know the whole day. Usually they have an idea. They're like, I think something's going to happen. And then as you get closer, it's like, I think he's going to propose. We were walking around the park randomly. I just randomly was like, hey, we should go to the park and just walk around. And she's like, okay. So we're walking around. So then I take her up on a bridge. And I get down on one knee.
We didn't change since last episode.
Shit.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We haven't changed clothes in a week. Go on.
I take her up on a bridge and I get down on one knee. She still doesn't know that I'm proposing.
What the fuck?
She has no clue.
You're taking a long time tying your shoe.
Yeah, she's just like, why is he getting down on one knee? What could that possibly be about? It wasn't until, and then I started my speech. I started telling my speech. And it wasn't until I pulled the ring out of my pocket that she went, oh, you're proposing. Like, she didn't get it the whole time. So it's a very basic story, but like, how did she not know? I love you. I really do. How did you not know? No flags were like, this motherfucker's proposing.
Yeah.
None.
Had you talked about marriage yet at that time?
Oh, a million times.
Yeah.
We had a conversation a few months prior that was like, I was like, hey, what do we need to do to get married? She was like, well, I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool.
Check.
Did it.
You checked that last box and said, a week from now, we'll go to the park. It really is.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. And she said yes, and we're getting married in July.
She said yes?
Congratulations.
Hold on.
At first, she said no.
On God?
Yeah, at first she said
Okay.
no, and then I flopped onto a deck, and she was like, "Sure. What's your proposal story?"
So I think we're just basic, you and I. Parks, you know?
Well, like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna jump out of a fucking airplane?
Well, my thing is, like, Mimi has, like, really bad anxiety.
Yeah.
So didn't want to go to a restaurant
No.
or like a movie theater.
Don't anyway.
Yeah, I'm a big unless
you
it's
thing.
explicitly talked about between the two of you and you say, "Hey, whenever I do decide to propose, do you want to make it a big thing? Do you want it to be a spectacle?"
Some people want the spectacle. Yeah.
Yeah, I can put on a show if you want me to put on a show, but
Do a little sexy dance.
I much prefer a more private engagement. I
Absolutely.
prefer a more private anything. I think the entire process is so intimate that from proposal to marriage should all be done very, very privately.
Yeah.
And then like you can have a reception. But
Sure. Celebrate with friends.
but that's my style, of course. Do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, it's y'all.
If a giant spectacle, if riding in the sky, you know, Jenny, will you marry me is the way you want to do it, then
Jenny, will you marry me?
is that a song?
Nope. Is now. Sorry, go ahead.
Write that down. If that's the way you want to do it, then do it. No, I took Mimi to a park under the guise of a photo shoot, which is very much what we do.
That's cute.
Yeah, so we were going with his brother, and I, like, before we go, Mimi's in the shower, his brother Steph is there, and I didn't want to say it because Mimi's house is, like, quite small.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I reach into my pocket where I have the ring, and I, like, wave at Steph, and I'm like, I hold it in front of him. I go,
Oh, man.
and he looks at it, and he goes,
Yeah, big flip out.
he's just like,
Double thumbs up.
yeah, like this is all because this is all happening
Sickening.
silently due to what the story is. We're doing this silently. I'm pantomiming, and everyone listening on audio or driving or something, they're like, "What the hell's going on?" He like opens his mouth. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" And then he like gives me like 2 big thumbs up. I think I also showed it to his dad as well.
That's a sign of approval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go and we get to where, well, because we were just taking pictures throughout the park, I was like, where are we headed exactly? And Mimi was like, oh, we'll go to, you know, like this one particular area. I was like, do you think that's the, like, I was so like, do you think that's the prettiest place in this park? And he was like, that'd probably be like near the swan, like area. Like there's a lake with like swans on it. I was like, let's go there. Let's shoot there. He was like, okay. So we went there and I had Steph take the camera and I was like, video mode. And this video exists. You can find it on my Instagram.
Absolutely, yeah.
my.name.gym.
Yep. Wow, just gonna plug your Instagram. That's cool.
There's nothing to see.
Sure, you don't post
I
much.
posted every single day in like 2019 until like August of that month, and then I never posted again ever.
I never post
Yeah.
ever. Last one was the proposal. No, I posted a football one because my buddy.
Yeah, that video's there, and it's just like me proposing, and you can't hear it because the sound was so shit. But I subtitled it because I mostly remember what I said. Actually, let me go ahead and say it on the show. I totally fucking forgot what I said, and I guessed throughout most of that video.
Do you know what I did?
What?
Phone in the pocket, voice memo,
Very good.
parents filming from a distance,
Genius.
so that they have the full video and I have the full audio. Haven't linked them together yet because I know it was cringe. I know it was so cringe, but if I ever do want to, I do have it.
That'd be very odd. Just to try and clap sync, you look where you know they're at and go, Leah?
She still wouldn't know what's going on. Like,
No, that'd throw her off the trail even more.
oh, he's just clapping at things now. Okay, anyway.
No, but essentially, I was like, okay, I'll pose us for this one. So like, I flipped Mimi around and I got down on one knee, and then I took his hand and like let it back, and he fucking he was in T pose for a minute, just for like a minute, and he saw me on one knee and he goes, like he held the pose for a little while before going, oh, if this is getting captured, I should probably put my arms down. And Steph recorded the whole thing and was a great sport about it. And at the very end, like, I'm putting the ring on his finger, and Steph just goes, look at these sappy fuckers. Like in the fucking thickest accent.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Hey.
I'm very glad I had that video.
Absolutely. That's if you can manage to film your proposal.
And then boom, engagement photo shoot. We were already dressed up.
Hey, wait, real quick. You think I can make this into the McDonald's bag? I can say McDonald's. The McDonald's bag.
I think you're more likely to get it in the DoorDash bag, but you were to the left on both those shots.
Yeah, I was. Something's off with my alignment. I need to go to the chiropractor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never been. I would kill to go.
It's nice. Nice. Dude, you look buff as shit.
No!
Fuck you right now.
That was good.
He unbuttoned his pants, he unzipped it, and I was okay with it. And then he grabbed, and I said, no!
He went for the grab. That's so funny.
Whoa, that's sick.
That's
you
actually
have
sick.
such cool underwear. You always have.
This is getting steamy.
I'm sorry, Seth's always had cool underwear. I've always thought so.
It's true. I have one pair that's kind of cool.
My coolest
Got it from
pair
my
is
friend.
striped.
Nice. You ever worn Friends underwear?
No. Closest I've come is Friends swimming trunks.
Okay. That's the same thing. It's not. You're right. But it's really close. Everything's the same.
No, it's incredibly close.
It's touching the same stuff.
Yeah. I suppose.
But it's like self-washing.
Yeah, yes and no.
You're
Well,
in the pool or the ocean. Anyway, no, you wearing your homie's underwear? He gifted it to me.
Don't say that like it's just a
Normal
little
thing.
bonding exercise.
We didn't flip back and forth. He wore it once. He didn't like it. He gave it to me.
Okay, I get that.
Okay, he wore it twice.
I'm still okay with that, I suppose.
Every week for a couple years.
No.
No, he wore it once. He wore it once. Yeah, no, he wore it once, and yeah, that's fine. No, if it's like, hey, this is my underwear from high school. Do you want it? Like, that's fucking weird. Or if it's like, hey, do you need to borrow my underwear for a minute? Go nuts.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Yeah, it is odd. Don't do that. Just in case you didn't know. Hold on.
I have something. Do you have something?
Oh. What you got?
Have you seen these guys on TikTok? These two white men that have a podcast.
Oh, we're gonna go there. I feel like this is gonna be a conversation. Can I just tell a little quick thing before we? Yeah. You know Venmo?
Yeah.
You know how you can go on Venmo and it's like a social media?
Yeah.
You ever just go and like people's payments? You can do that.
Stop.
You can absolutely
That's
do it.
psychotic behavior.
It sure is. I love it. It's so fun. I only choose the ones that are a little bit sus.
What do you mean?
Like people will put like a salad. I'm like, that could be something. And so I like it. And they're like, why did they like it? Why did he like this? Or it'll be like a mushroom. And I'm like, I know what that is code for. And I hit like.
You are making ripples that cause waves and you don't even know.
I know.
You're destroying lives.
I love that shit. I eat it up. For real. And sometimes it'll be like rent. Like it's random. Like this is for rent. And I'm like, fucking like that shit. Good for you for paying rent. I haven't mustered up the courage to comment yet, but I'm going to get there.
Rent. Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's go, dude.
Another month. Let's go.
You nailed it. Mushrooms, just like, I know what that's code for. Have a good time today.
Be safe.
Be safe. Mushroom could be two different things.
Yeah. Either way, you should be safe.
You should be safe either way, yes. But yeah, man, just do that. Just do that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, just do that, because you can. There's so many things you can do that people just don't do, and you should, because it's possible.
I totally get what you mean, and I support.
Make life interesting.
I support the entire idea and the practice. I just support it.
That's fair.
If it doesn't hurt anybody, but it really confuses the fuck out of some people, then it's the best thing.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do it right now. But you go ahead. This dude, the two dudes with the podcast.
We haven't played Press the Button in a while.
Toilet paper. Oh, we should play Press the Button.
Maybe. So yeah, have you seen these two guys with the podcast? These specific two guys with the podcast. If I say two guys with a podcast, have you seen these guys on TikTok?
So Seth showed me. So yes.
Yeah, so that's crazy. The fact that Seth, who'd you show him?
Good bro, bad bro.
I don't know what that is.
How many women do you know that actually have a hobby?
Yep. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
How many women do you know that actually like have a hobby?
My answer?
Sure.
0, it doesn't exist. No, it's really not real.
What?
They can't have hobbies.
But they can't do that.
No, but also, like, no one has hobbies. Hot take, nobody has hobbies.
What do you mean?
I think people pretend to have hobbies.
What do you mean?
I don't think people actually have hobbies. I don't think a hobby is a real thing.
What do you mean?
I'm taking this bad take and making it worse. To where it doesn't even make sense.
No one has hobbies.
No one has hobbies.
What does that mean?
No one has hobbies. All right, I'm going to actually flesh this out.
Do it.
Nobody has hobbies.
Okay.
People either pretend to have hobbies to look cool, and then they just get ingrained into it, but it's all been an act. They're just good at the act. Or they're doing it because they have a secret they have a secret passion for it, and they don't want it to be their hobby. Nobody actually has hobbies. Why would you have a hobby?
It's a really bad take.
It's a horrible take.
So
but of course
they also said there's another clip from them, and it's like, yeah, but it's harder for guys because, like, when they're lifting weights, like, they also have to deal with, like, dealing with gravity that Earth is putting on them at the time. So it got a shit ton of duets from women like, oh yeah, when I'm curling in 0 gravity, when I'm fucking, like, doing push-ups in 0 gravity because
what the fuck are they even talking about?
Me working
here?
with kettlebells on the roof because gravity doesn't apply to me. There's some really fucking funny videos.
That's really funny.
And yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's harder for guys because the entire time they're working out, they're having to, like, deal with gravity on them.
What the hell?
Listen, I'm all about anyone should create. If you have a story to tell, or if you think you have a fun show idea, make a podcast. Go to anchor.fm. Do it. It's really fun.
It is fun. We've had a good time.
Just don't do it if you're those guys.
Yeah, don't do that
or if you
idea.
think that way.
Hey, how about not do your first idea? Just an idea. Don't do whatever comes to your head first.
Yeah?
Yeah, for an idea for a show.
I think that's good for a lot of things.
Just when you think something, your immediate shouldn't be, let's do it. Your immediate should be, let's think about that for a second.
Yeah.
So an idea of a podcast where you just trash people for the sake of views?
I don't think that's what they do, but I think they do get to that topic of discussion a lot. I don't think that show is explicitly, let's talk about...
Steph, listen to it.
Did you listen to an episode for The Name of Science?
No, not the actual podcast. I looked, like, I went through his TikTok, and, you know, a lot of his videos, I think it's just maybe one guy, and he has another stupid white guy on every week or something. But he, like, I watched a couple of his other videos, and it was just like bad take after bad take. And then on the ride here with Christian, I started another one of his videos. It was newer, and he was like, yeah, so everyone's been shitting on me for this really stupid video I made. And he was like, yeah, I had my editor edit it like that on purpose to kind of spark controversy or whatever, to get more views and try to get more people listening to the podcast. And, you know, like, that doesn't make it better. You're still a shithead.
Yeah.
And you suck.
Especially because, like, you don't gain followers that way.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
they're like a
Hate
shitty type of
followers.
follower that you don't want.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole video.
What you're
but
going to do is the people that you're attracting are the people that share that view. So if you can step back and acknowledge, yeah, I had him edit it to where I gave a shit take. That way, you know, there'd spark some controversy and we'd get more people listening. The people that stick around are going to be people that agree with what you are calling a shit take.
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole video, but in his, like, explanation, whatever, he was like, yeah, you know, everyone's, like, shitting on me and taking this clip out of context, which I made it that way on purpose. And I was like, my brother in Christ, you still said it.
You still said some shitty shit, man.
Like, if you just because, like, you mixed it around, you saying something shitty in a different order is still saying something shitty.
I said shitty stuff, but I said shitty stuff around the shitty stuff too, so it's okay. It cancels each other out. Fucker.
I don't know. Maybe I should watch the rest of his videos, like, just
I'm
to
a
be
fan.
sure. But
What?
I'm a big fan.
Saying women don't have hobbies. Oh yeah, he said something like, yeah, so women can criticize men, but apparently men cannot criticize women. Bro, that is not a criticism. You're just being sexist.
That's literally what it is, and it's crazy to me that like some people might see our show and be like, click and see who we are and where we're at and what we're doing, and they can go, it's probably like those guys.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's rough. We're really having to work against a crowd here.
Yeah, man, fuck that. We're not like that.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Let's make a TikTok highlight out of us trashing these guys.
Yeah.
And then let me say, hey, comment on this here TikTok what your hobby is.
What's your
Bet
hobby?
you don't have one.
That was fucked up what you just said. No. Like, we're not going to tolerate that. Jim, that's not okay. Women have so many hobbies. Shopping.
Stop. We're coming back from an ad read.
I like someone's Venmo. And they just sent me.
So are you understanding this? I am. I'm understanding.
Sorry.
He liked someone's Venmo payment live.
Because it was $69.
Yeah, he liked it live.
It was a $69 payment, and they messaged me, Christian, why? And then someone else said, because it says 69. And then someone else said, you have the maturity of an 8-year-old or an 8th grade boy, something like that.
Oh, is this someone you know though?
It is. That is true. I
Okay.
absolutely do. They don't watch the show, but I absolutely do, and it's so fucking funny, dude. Liking people's oh my god, liking people's Venmos is my new favorite hobby.
What are you even looking at? Christian, are you reading a book on your phone while we're recording a fucking podcast?
Yeah,
We have a show to be doing.
I know, but this book is so riveting.
You can't do both at once. You can't like read a book but also host a podcast.
That kind of sucks. I wish there were a way to do that.
Well, I mean, like if you want to get like logistical about it, you don't have to actually do the reading.
Really?
If you wanted to like do this passively, you could always listen to it.
Whoa.
It's 2022. Listen to a book.
Is there like a website I can go to, or like an app or a Audible I can do? Sorry.
Yeah, last I checked, there actually was a website. I'm blanking.
Really?
I'm blanking on the name right now, but it has over thousands of titles, and it's full of audiobooks and podcasts and things that you can listen to while doing other work. Audible. Wait, you said it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that reminded me of what it was, and it was Audible.
Wow, that is blowing my mind.
No, it's absolutely nuts, and I mean, like, it's such a valuable program, Audible, that it's so good. But I mean, the real value would come if, like, I don't know if I'd use it. I wish I could use it just for free for a while to see if I would even like it in the long run.
Yeah, because
I don't want to.
What if I hate?
Commit to it.
Yeah.
But how could you hate over the thousands of readily available titles that you can get at audible.com?
I don't know. How can you?
Well, you can test the waters. Dip your toe and see if you like it. Go to audibletrial.com/ABP. Oh, wait, for legalities, we're sponsored.
Yeah.
This episode's sponsored by Audible.
Sick. That's so crazy that
No,
we're
you
already talking about them.
That's really convenient that
Yeah.
we do happen to be sponsored
That's-
by Audible. You go to audibletrial.com/ABP.
Yeah,
Get a
that's-
1 month free trial and a credit to redeem for any paid book.
Wow, that's wild. That is blowing my nuts right now.
Well, now you can read what you were reading, but we can
Oh,
also
yeah.
get back to the show.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you'd like to stick around, we're about to do a little. I do a different thing for it every time.
Yeah, no, you're good.
If you'd like to stick around, we're about to do a little piece of the show called the non-political news of the week, where we go through the topics of this week in a non-political fashion. And we just talk about fucking like weird headlines that we see. We make jokes.
So many jokes.
And we have a good time.
Yeah. And this time we're actually going to remember to do the outro.
Absolutely.
Promise.
Promise. Pinky promise.
So that was a fucking lie.
All right, you want me to tell a joke?
Yeah, tell a joke.
All right. There are 2 sharks in the ocean.
There's way more than that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There are 2 sharks just swimming around in the ocean and they're talking to each other because animals can talk in jokes. And one says to the other, like, what is it that we can smell up to like a mile away? And the other's like, blood. We can smell blood up to a mile away. And he goes, oh. So not toast then? And he goes, no, not toast. And he goes, Eugene, I think I'm having a stroke.